He's a leader, a young man with a lot on the ball, asking a lot of tough questions, making a lot of hard decisions in these tough economic times. He's our own Ryan Costello. And if you would give him a warm welcome, he's going to come out. He's got a few words to say, and we're almost ready to have Congressman Ryan here. So give a warm introduction for Ryan Costello.
I am excited to be here today. How about you? I have not been this excited since, since Governor Romney named Congressman Ryan as his running mate to take back the White House. First, I want to thank all you Chester Countyans in the House for everything that you do to make this county such a wonderful place to live, to raise a family, and let's not forget, to build businesses and create jobs. As Val mentioned, we are tackling difficult challenges as best we can as your county commissioners, and that's what citizens and taxpayers are entitled to: honest, straightforward, courageous leadership. But the problems we have as Americans, they're not being addressed by our president and the majority of the United States Senate. Harry Reid and the Democrats haven't passed a budget since 2009. Now, I know Senator Lautenberg decided to come here today and do a little counter rally out there. Maybe we should tell him to go back and tell Harry Reid to go pass a budget. And then we have President Obama's budget that gets voted down 99-0 in the Senate and 414 in the United States House of Representatives. How's that for leadership? Now, I don't want to depress any of you, but let's just spend a minute on what has happened since 2008. We have higher unemployment, and our president wants higher taxes and more regulation. Somehow he thinks that's the remedy to solve our problems. We have a health care system that's more complex, more confusing, and more costly than it was 3 years ago. And perhaps most inexcusable, this president has flat out ignored the challenges to our entitlement programs, such as Medicare. Every single week, money comes out of your paycheck for Social Security and Medicare. But the fact that this president isn't willing to tackle the difficult problems means that in a generation, Medicare could be gone because it will be bankrupt, because we don't have a president that has the courage to solve our problems. Until we get real leadership in the White House, policy proposals intended to reduce the invasive reach of government, calls to simplify the tax code, calls to repeal Obamacare, and calls to protect and preserve Medicare will continue to fall on deaf ears. Now, I don't know about you, but I've had enough of class warfare. And I've had enough of the leader of the free world pitting one group of people against the others. Now, like many of you, I grew up with Ronald Reagan in the White House. And he made me feel good to be an American. He didn't try and stir up envy and justify taking money out of one hard-working American's pocket to put it in another, all in the name of fairness. Now, I know one thing also, though. I know that you believe in hope and change just like I do. Because I hope, and you hope, and we hope that we're going to get change in November, and we're going to have new leadership in the White House come January of 2013. Now, before we give a warm Chester County welcome to the next president, vice president of the United States, I did what Romney did there, didn't I? To the next vice president of the United States, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing to you a man who spent 20 years representing the vital interests and values of Chester County, a friend to our families and small businesses, who fights for the middle class and is consistently recognized as an independent and effective voice on behalf of the citizens of Chester, Berks, and Montgomery counties. Let's give a stirring round of applause for Congressman Jim Gerlach.